Welcome back to another episode of Toon Talk TV, the top animated podcast on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, be sure and like, follow, and subscribe. Check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/wearethetelevision. Got some cool stuff on there. Got some mugs, got some behind-the-scenes content, got some music. If you didn't know, we're also musicians. We're voice actors. We're writers. We do it all.
Boys, today is a sad day. Today's a sad day.
Why is it sad?
It's sad because I just found out Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, has died.
What?
Yes.
I read that too.
Are you
I read
serious?
that too.
And
I didn't know that.
yeah, I think Dragon Ball Z holds a big place in our hearts. And as we know, I am the Goku of the group. Bob is the Vegeta, and obviously Mick is the Krillin, right?
Well, we can agree on that,
Yes,
but
yeah.
let's go back to the Vegeta part. I wouldn't say I'm quite Vegeta. No, I'm kind of the Goku.
No, I don't.
I'm kind of the Goku.
Debatable.
No. That actually sucks, though. I didn't know that. So he's dead.
Yeah,
Well, did they
He's up
finish?
there with Richard Lewis, dude.
that's true.
They finished Super. I didn't see the end of Super. So
What?
did they conclude at least?
No, I think he was still
Did they-
working on stuff, to be honest with you, that's unfortunate.
Oh, man. That is.
That's way to bring the element down, Bob.
Yeah.
Or Fred. Just
Yeah.
right in the dumps,
What a-
dude. Why do we
what a
even need to do this
downer.
podcast?
What a
Let's
downer.
just
Should we
cry.
just let's
cry.
let's end it here.
Can we talk on a high note? Can we talk on a high note?
Sure.
Dune was pretty sweet. Did we all see Dune?
Dune-
Part 2?
No, we haven't. I got to go by myself now. Mick's got to
Oh,
go alone in the
Mick.
theater.
Oh man.
Yeah, we can't talk about it then.
I've actually been just swamped with work since my little mousecation that I just haven't had time. I don't have the luxury to step out of the comfort of my rat hole and see a major motion picture.
Why
right
do
now.
I find that
Sorry,
hard
guys,
to
just
believe?
can't.
I find that hard
Why
to
do I
believe
find
too.
that hard to believe?
I find that hard to believe too.
Anyways, we'll save Dune for another time, Bob. Let's just get into for the tune for this week. Fred, you selected this one. Take it away.
So today we are going to talk about Space King by Flashgitz. Flashgitz is Tom Hinchliffe and Don Gregor. We've brought up Flashgitz before, but I believe it was some of their 3D work. They did a spoof of Nightmare Before Christmas, but this time it's a 2D animation, and it was action-packed and comedy, which is sort of their usual stuff that they put out is mostly comedy. Sometimes it's action. So this one started off super fucking hilarious. This little kid is sleeping in a room, and this huge mech, like Kool-Aid Man's into a bedroom, and just everyone starts screaming. He rips the kid out of the bed by the face. And then we are just introduced to this world of a bunch of these mechs are stealing children from a planet. And then we find out that they don't need any of the little girls. They just need the little boys. So they're tossing
They're throwing them in a volcano.
Yeah, they're tossing all the little girls in a volcano, and then they're taking these little boys and they're filling them with their holy globules and adding new memories and then putting their psycho armor on them.
Can I pause you right there, Fred?
Yeah.
Do you know? So I remember seeing this it was like an Instagram reel. But do you know what that whole opening scene basically is?
No.
That's Warhammer 40K.
Is it?
That's like it was a little spoof on Warhammer.
That's funny.
That's basically what the mech suits look like in the tabletop role playing game Warhammer 40K.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
That's
yeah,
great.
it was very funny.
Well, that kind of goes into what they do. They do a lot of spoofs. They make, and I've seen some like Nintendo spoofs, some video game spoofs, but I believe this is their own creation, and they're trying to keep making more episodes and get it funded and stuff like that. They clearly came out and said that this is specifically designed and targeted towards teenage boys and 30-year-old men.
Dude, it hit the nail on the head with that one. I thought it was fucking amazing. I honestly was thinking, like, give these guys money. They need to make this a full series. I thought it was so good.
I thought that just having the balls to say that, like, these are the only two target audiences that we want, is, and which is smart, because sometimes, not saying all the time, sometimes those are the only two audiences you need to reel people in. Teenage boys, 30-year-old men.
Well, it's not a very popular one right now. I will say that it's definitely not a popular one right now. But I'm glad that they did it.
I mean, at the end of the animation, you see a list of their Patreon producers, which is essentially the people who are currently supporting them. And just from a guess, I'm assuming that most of them are teenage boys or 30-year-old men. I got a few of the names that I saw. And I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think these are girls. Dick Wagon, D's Nuts, and I Bone Mark's Girl.
Oh my God. Hey, at least they know their target audience. I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
So I love that they actually have that, like, through reading this. First of all, this is a 20-minute episode, animated
This was a
independent
This
episode.
is a long one.
And there's a version that has more that is uncensored.
Yeah.
Which is fucking hilarious to me. I haven't seen, because I'm a poor. So, you know, maybe eventually I can see it when I have a little more money, but good shit.
I was a big fan of, I mean, give me armor and give me people just shooting stuff, and you don't even have to give me dialogue. Like, you don't even have to give me dialogue. Just give me 30 minutes of that, and I would have been sold.
Totally.
You're right.
The opening part where they're attacking what I appear to be like a chicken planet, and they stab it's clearly a meat thermometer is what the dude's holding. And he stabs it
Bryce's
into the chicken.
translation device? Come on.
There
dude.
you go. Yes, Bryce's translation device. And it may not, like, they may have not intended it to be a meat thermometer, but it looks like one. It's just subtle jokes like that. Make it very funny. I was on board with this. Like, you sucked me in. Give me more. I need it.
Yeah, I need more of that.
And two of the creators were so Tom and Don were voicing most of it. And the only reason I know that is because I recognize their voices. They do a podcast with MeatCanyon called Cream Crew. And I mean, they just talk about whatever on there, but we'll link that in the description. But they've got unique voices too. One is one guy's got an accent from I don't know where, Europe or something. It's not from the United States. Yeah. Europe. And then the other guy, and then the other guy has just a super deep voice, but you could tell it just gave up the characters a lot of like character.
Agreed. For me, the one thing that I would say would be difficult to put this into a series is they kind of went, I don't know, Power Rangers-esque. They all had the mech suits had different colors, which is standard. I mean, like, you got to give them all different personalities. Bad Batch does that for Star Wars. You know, everyone. It's kind of just a trope. But I think it's very difficult to make a series like this, because then you're like encroaching in like Halo territory or Star Wars Bad Batch territory, just series that have been done before. You would have to take it in a very unique way if you wanted to keep it going.
This is, like, I think, way more comedy than any of those, though.
Yeah,
which
of
I
course,
think
of course.
is
Yeah.
It will run its own course. I feel like this had a joke in every line, and I feel like that's network television right there. Obviously, I don't think many networks right now are going to want this, but that's what they're going for. They're not trying to get the network approach. They're trying to get more Patreons to fund it so they can make it themselves and just put it on YouTube, which is a commendable goal. I think what their target audience of young boys who wants, to talk about boobs and I don't know, and make fun of, and this is weird to say, but saying gay, saying retard.
Yeah, Hate Monger was gay because he didn't like the boobs.
Hilarious, but a lot of people don't find that funny. So
Yeah.
it is there is definitely a specific audience here.
I think there's also a how do you say it? Most of those target audience, 13-year-old boys and stuff aren't going to the Hulu app and Netflix app and HBO app to get their content. They're sitting at an iPad or on their phone or on a computer watching YouTube is what they're doing.
Right.
So
Right.
it's very smart that they're hitting their target audience and also putting it on a platform where it can be reached and seen and viewed. Any last thoughts on this one? I thought it was great. I want to see more from these guys. I thought it was fantastic. What do you thought? Final thoughts?
Same.
Give these guys money. I think they could make a fantastic series.
I mean, just support them on Patreon,
Yeah.
Do it. We'll link all the stuff in the description below. Go check it out. Thanks for watching the show. Like, follow, subscribe. Check out the Patreon. Patreon.com/reality-television. Catch you on the next one.
Reality television.